Hello there YouTube, it's Gojira Prime with another Transformers video review, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Earthrise Optimus Prime. Now this is a figure I got a good few months ago, and it is now the de facto G1 Optimus Prime for my Generations Universe Classics collection. I really like this figure, really enjoy the vehicle mode and the robot mode, and I'm going to go through both with you today, but I'm also going to highlight my issues with the figure as well, as I do have one or two small minor issues with the figure as well. Now first off, we've got the figure here in its vehicle mode, and it is the standard red and blue cab design, but thankfully on this particular version of Optimus Prime we finally get a trailer section. Now this is something that has been missing from Generation 1 inspired Optimus Prime figures for many years. Pretty much every single figure we've had, Classics Optimus Prime, Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, Siege Optimus Prime, they've all been G1 inspired figures, but they have all lacked this crucial trailer. Now we have had Optimus Prime figures which have come with a trailer of sorts, the most obvious being the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime, but that trailer was designed to form a larger robot inspired Prime. So, but with this version we actually have a working trailer for the figure. It doesn't combine into a robot. It is actually like its original G1 counterpart, in that it does form a trailer. So we'll just quickly go around this figure, and then what I want to do is I want to do a comparison with the G1 original, just to show the two next to each other and show how they have changed a bit. So we've got Optimus Prime here in his truck mode, with the trailer section itself. Now the truck section itself here, I actually have no problems with. It's a really nice truck, and I'll just take that off. It's very 80s, very retro. You know, very nice wheels. Paint applications very nice. You've got this nice silver striping along the middle of the figure here. You've got this lovely translucent blue for the windows and for the lights. You know, I think it's a really nice truck mode, and it's a very nice update to the G1 aesthetic. I just realized actually I've got this slightly mistransformed. You are meant to also have these out as well. But all in all, you know, there's lots of nice detailing here on the front bumper, the chrome section down here. The wheels are very nice as well. You've got these different designs at the front and rear of the vehicle. Rolls very nicely. But yeah, I have absolutely no problems with this section of Optimus Prime in truck mode. The issues with the vehicle mode are actually with the trailer itself, in that with the trailer attached, you don't get a full wide of motion. It is kind of restricted because of how far forward you do have the trailer. So it does kind of restrict the turning circle of the figure quite a bit. But aside from that, you know, it does look very nice in vehicle mode. You know, the trailer's just a little too far forward for my liking, and also I could actually do with the trailer itself being bigger. And just to show you what I mean here, if I just put the figure like that, and then what I'll do is I'll bring in my Transformers Encore Generation 1 figure. And you can see straight away that while the cab sections are very similarly sized, the trailer is very much smaller with the Earthrise model. Now, there are probably obvious reasons for that. They're probably to do with production costs at the end of the day. But it would have been nice to have a bigger trailer section. And if I just move the two like this, again, you can see that the actual figures themselves in vehicle mode are very much similar in size, but the trailers are vastly smaller. There's at least a good inch. If I just move my camera over here, there's a good inch difference in length. And if I just detach this, you'll hear some rolling around a bit. But if I just, they're about the same width, but they are, if I put them together like that, there's a good centimeter height and a good 2 centimeters probably at the back of difference. And that makes a whole lot of difference in regard to what you can actually do with this. Now, with the original G1 Optimus Prime, you could pretty much fit every single vehicle, Autobot vehicle, into this trailer. Prowl, Jazz, Sunstreaker, Sideswipe, they all fitted inside this. With this one, that's a problem. You cannot fit anything bigger than, say, Cliff Jumper into this trailer section. And that's a bit disappointing at the end of the day, toy-wise. I would really have liked to have seen a bigger trailer to fit the actual vehicles in. And like I said, with the turning circles, because the trailer is so far forward, you can only get a very slight turning circle with the truck. In the original toy, the trailer is further back, so you can get that. So that is a bit of an issue. Looks-wise, this does look great. Don't get me wrong. I think it does look really, really nice in vehicle mode. But I just wish the trailer was further, you could mount the trailer back further, say to about there, and it was the same size as this trailer. I don't usually buy third-party products, but I am kind of hoping a third party comes along with a version of this that will fit this. I really do hope they do that. Just to compare the trailers a bit more, if I open up the Earthrise trailer, this is the Earthrise trailer in its vehicle repair bay form. And this is my other main gripe with this trailer. There is a lot of very nice molded plastic detail in here. Do not get me wrong. It's all very, very nice. However, it's all gray. There is nothing here but gray, 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 gray. It's just all gray. Now, thankfully, repro labels or toy hoax, depending on what you call them, do produce a sticker set for this, which I am at some point going to get, which will give you stickers for the tower section here, and also stickers, I believe, for down here as well. You also get some improved stickers for the outside here as well, but I don't think I'd use that personally. So, the trailer's nice, but it's all gray. There's very little actual color to this thing. The molded detail is very, very nice. But yeah, there's very, very little detailing. Now, if I open up the original G1, yes, there is gray. But we have a load of stickers, a load of details. And more importantly, we have roller. this is another issue I have with the figure as well. The lack of accessories for this. Now, Hasbro have kind of answered this problem themselves, but in what is, in my opinion, a really, really bad way. And that is with the Generation Selects figure Centaurian, where you do get a load of accessories for the Earthrise figures, and included in that set are a roller, another gun for Optimus Prime, and some accessories, an axe as well, an Energon axe, and a couple of other bits and pieces for various other figures. Now, I like the fact that they have produced those accessories. I just wish they'd come with this bloody thing. I shouldn't have to fork out another £30 or more for another figure with the accessories that should have come with this figure. Roller, the Energon axe, should have come with this figure, and this should have come with a sticker set included. I would have been happy to pay an additional £10 or £15 on top of it for those accessories to come with this figure, and I think a lot of other people would have as well. It's a major gripe I have with this figure. I like it, I really, really do. I think that this is a brilliant Optimus Prime figure, and I love the fact it comes with a trailer. But the trailer should have come with the accessories this thing came with 35 years ago. We should have had a roller. It should have had an Energon axe. It should have come with a sticker set. But it didn't. For some reason, Hasbro decided to give us these items as part of a Selects figure, which, sold out inside of 5 minutes and costs people an additional £35 or more to get. Anyway, that's my biggest complaints with the figure over and done with. I'll get the figure transformed and we'll take a look at him in his robot mode. Okay, so now we have Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And I have to say, without any shadow of a doubt, this is the absolute best G1 Optimus Prime figure I have ever bought. I love the way that this thing looks. I love the way this thing transforms. It's got great articulation. It looks G1 Prime. Ticks every retro box there is that I have. I absolutely adore this thing. I'll just get my Encore Prime transformed really, really quickly. And then I'll just put them side by side as a bit of a comparison. I'll just move the trailer out of the way. So, this is Optimus Prime 1984. This is Optimus Prime 2020. To say that he's come a long way in 35 plus years is an understatement. This thing looks exactly like Optimus Prime from the cartoon in every conceivable way. The Ion Blaster is a little bit different than the standard one, but it's nice. It's got some very nice molded detail in there. The back is very G1-ish, but this section here is a bit bigger than the original one, I believe. But yeah, it's quite nice. It looks very nice. It's got some nice molded detail. Now, this thing, I think probably, I hate to use the term because others have used it before, but I think this is almost like a masterpiece figure in miniature form. It really, really is. This is Optimus Prime from the G1 cartoon in every conceivable way. You've got the, nice translucent blue plastic here again, the truck detailing here on the abs section, wheels folded away at the back here. He's even got finger detail. If I can get his hands up here. I can just get this hand to focus. There we go. He's even got individual finger detailing on the figure, and they open up like a proper hand. I mean, that's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love that. The amount of detail they put into this thing is just phenomenal. The head sculpt is absolutely bang on the money. I just wish they had gone with a yellow color for the eyes instead of a blue. It does kind of, suffer a little bit because of that. But aside from that, it's absolutely spot on in every conceivable way. This is near enough a perfect Optimus Prime figure for the Generations line. I mean, when it comes to the next Transformers line after Kingdom, I really don't see how they're going to top this figure for an Optimus Prime figure. I really don't. I really, really don't. Now, like I said a moment ago, my biggest gripe with this thing is the lack of accessories. All right, you do get the trailer, and I love the fact you do get a G1 trailer, but it is severely lacking in color. It's just a massive lump of gray. It should have come with a sticker set. It should have come with roller. We should have gotten an Energon axe with this guy, as well as the blaster. But instead, Hasbro released all these items under the Selects line as a pack with the Centurion figure, which is a repaint of Brunt to go with Trypticon. So that is my really big annoyance with this figure. I love this thing, don't get me wrong, but Hasbro conned us a little bit here, to say the least, and now we're having to rely on third-party companies again to make up the difference. So whoever's decision that was at Hasbro, thanks a lot. But yeah, I'll be getting a Toy Hoax sticker set for this guy at some point, and if I can track down a decent third-party accessory kit to kind of fill in the gaps, because I know there are a few out there that do produce roller and additional weapons for this guy, I'll be getting them. Quick look at the articulation on the figure. I mean, he's gorgeous. I love this thing. I really, really do. Arms, full 360-degree motion. He's got, motion at the elbows, full motion on the legs and at the knees. So you can get some, you can get some really, really great poses with this guy. And he's got great articulation here at the feet, so you can get those poses as well. He's not going to pose very well on this table, but, I've played around with him quite a bit, and you can get some really, really great poses with this figure. Now, just as a size comparison, here he is with another Earthrise figure, the Deluxe Class. Well, I say deluxe. It's not really a deluxe figure, this. It's smaller than a deluxe, but bigger than one of the old Scout figures. This is Cliff Jumper from the line. I really, really like this figure. Really, really nice figure. I know people have complained a little bit about it, but I really, really like this one. He needs a bit of sticker love as well, actually, at some point. But yeah, there he is next to his Cliff Jumper counterpart. And the figure he has ultimately replaced in my Transformers collection, here he is next to Transformers Classics Optimus Prime. Now, this was the figure that has basically been the Optimus Prime centerpiece for my Generations line since it was released way back in 2006, 2007. And this was the very first Transformers figure I bought myself when I got back into Transformers. This and Classics Megatron. So, yeah, there he is next to that figure. He's a little bit taller, actually. I just realized he's a little bit taller. But, this is the figure, even from this to this, they've come a long, long way in 10 years. Well, more than that, 13 years. So, yeah, they've done really, really nicely. So, that's my review, very quick, on Transformers Earthrise Optimus Prime. The figure is absolutely worth getting. If you like G1, if you like Optimus Prime, This is the figure you've been waiting for years. It really, really is. I mean, I've got other Optimus Prime figures in my collection. I've got the Galaxy Force Siege Optimus Prime, the Star Convoy Optimus Prime, and that figure's really, really my number 2 Optimus Prime figure these days. But, you know, if you want the best Optimus Prime figure for your collection, this is the one to get. If you've not been able to get him as part of the Earthrise line, he is being resold as part of the Kingdom line next year. But I was in a Smith's toy store recently doing my Christmas shopping, and they had plenty of this guy. They really, really did. So you can still get him. Although it's classed as a leader class figure, it's a Voyager figure with a very large accessory, much like Shockwave was. I just wish Hasbro had done a better job with this thing. I wish they had made it bigger. I wish they had given it a sticker set. I wish they had given it more color on the inside. We should have gotten Roller. We should have gotten an Energon axe to go with this guy, but we haven't. But thankfully, third-party companies have stepped in and solved a lot of these issues. So if you can still get Earthrise Optimus Prime, get him. If you can't get a hold of him now, get him when he comes out as part of the Kingdom line. They're re-releasing the whole thing as part of the Kingdom line as well. So that's my review, my thoughts for Earthrise Optimus Prime. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you very much.